Shira, Lazar. Welcome to the Partners Project. I'm talking to Greg Benson from Mediocre Films. Greg is really regarded as one of the funniest people in the world.
Tell me more.
So, Greg, how did you get started on YouTube?
Well, you know, it's hard living life. I'm a funny man.
How long was I out? That's a fake beginning.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Partners Project. I'm right now with Greg Benson from Mediocre Films.
They're better than they sound. Sometimes. Sometimes they're just plain old mediocre.
How did that name come up?
You know, okay, here's the genesis of it. I've always said, you know, as I used to look through a TV guide, I don't think even TV guide exists anymore, that almost all movies are 2-star movies. You kind of look through the guide and everything's rated 2 stars.
Yeah.
So I realized that every movie is a mediocre film.
Seems like mediocre is the way to go.
I figure if you set the bar low, and you know, if it's better than mediocre, then people will be pleasantly surprised. And sometimes they are. And other times, it's right on the money. It's like, oh, this really is mediocre. How
would you describe your videos?
I would describe my stuff as irreverent, purposely politically incorrect.
Tired of working up a sweat, jogging with your boobies flapping around everywhere?
Yet fun-loving comedy.
Well, then tell me the name of the guy playing first base. Who? The guy on first base. Who? The first baseman. Who is on first? What are you asking me for?
Hey, let's go over the sketches and types of videos you have.
I started off just doing sketches, which were shot kind of like short films.
My best friend and my best friend's wife. I'm in the wrong house.
Then there are music videos. I do music videos like, you know, the one thing called the best rap video ever.
Hey fellas, how you doing?
Yo, that was fast.
Well, I happened to be in the neighborhood and thought I'd make a house call.
The Beard song.
I wanna grow a beard now, 'cause all the cool YouTubers have beards.
Then there are pranks. I do a lot of prank videos.
Pranks.
I love pranks.
Greg Benson has been going around town acting like a total douchebag. Let's take a look.
But yeah, so there are prank videos like the $2 deluxe hugs, which was a prank on the free hugs guy.
I'm just trying to get a room for the night. I'm staying over at the Four Seasons. Need to do 270 hugs to pay for a room there today.
And then there are the recurring series, Gorgeous Tiny Chicken Machine Show. The Guild, which I directed in the first season.
Oh my god, you guys. Zabu hasn't been on in 39 hours.
It's been a really fun ride. I just enjoy doing stuff. Here's what I'd like to say. Doing stuff is better than not doing stuff.
It's true.
Yeah.
So what were you doing before all of this?
I started off as a professional actor. So in 1986, right when I was finishing...
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, to give you an idea of how old I am, when I was finishing high school in 86, that was my last year of high school, I got my first agent, started appearing in training videos and commercials, did a lot of commercials in Texas, and moved out here to basically pursue acting. But I quickly found out that, you know, you have no control over your own acting career, and I had a lot of creativity that I wanted to just get out. So I started to write comedy sketches. And I started to shoot them with a Hi8 video camera.
Wow, that's back in the day.
Back in the early 90s.
Hi8.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would shoot half-hour shows made up of short sketches shot on location in various locations with a Hi8 camera. Then I would go to the public access TV station where they would let you use their editing equipment for free, and I would edit from one 3/4-inch video deck to another deck. And you had to edit linearly, which means you can't go back and change stuff. You just start at the beginning of the show and keep going until you have 28.5 minutes, which is a show on public access. And then I made a dozen of those. It's very simple. Just talk in a silly voice and you get 30% off.
Let's go back though to the first video you put on YouTube and your discovery of YouTube.
So I started to shoot sketches, which are more like short films. And I would submit them to film festivals where they'd be seen by tens of people, maybe 100 people.
Yeah.
Then I started to put them up on my website as QuickTime videos, but they got kind of popular. People started to come and see them, and so I ran out of bandwidth. Because they download these big QuickTime videos, and my bandwidth would run out. So my website would be down a lot. And then I started to put my videos on YouTube, and that was around the end of 2006. One of the first videos I put up was Greg Hits Hollywood.
Hi, what's your name?
Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, where are you from?
Virginia.
Virginia, whereabouts in Virginia?
which YouTube featured a few weeks after I put it up. And it immediately got almost 1 million views and my first few thousand subscribers. That was my introduction to YouTube. And honestly, it was just luck. I was kind of blown away that thousands of people were seeing these videos that I would make in my apartment or my house or wherever, and just it was kind of boggled the mind.
What goes into deciding what's gonna live as like a one-off video and then what you're gonna create into a series?
That is an excellent question, because there have been plenty of things that I thought, all right, this is a single video, or this is going to be 3, and then all of a sudden it turns into more. One of the first videos I uploaded on YouTube is called Batty Bat Bat, and then we made Batty Bat Bat 2 a year later.
1, 2, 3.
And, you know, another one of the earlier videos that I made was called Phone Call to God.
Hey, thanks, Big G. My pleasure. And now I'd like to ask you a favor.
And that was, you know, 5-6 years ago, and yet I have an idea in my mind for part 2 that I want to shoot.
So just go with it. It's kind of like if it feels right.
Well, that's the thing, is there are no rules, and since we're on YouTube, it's not like there's a studio that's giving us any sort of input or pressure. We have the freedom to make whatever creative decisions we want to make. And by that I mean basically myself and my wife and anybody else who makes their own videos.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to have that creative freedom and that lack of pressure, and to know that anything you choose to do is okay.
That's true. No, I mean, it's what makes this community unique and super empowering. I mean, we all know that.
It's very empowering, the fact that we are in control of whatever we want to do, and which is the reason why I got into shooting my own stuff anyway. As an actor, when I go to auditions, I have no control of whether they're going to hire me, whether they like me, you know, or whether they'll even give me a fair audition. Sometimes I'll go in there and I might mess up the first take, and I go, I'd like to do that again, and they go, no, that's okay, we need to move on.
Yeah. And
I've lost my shot. I don't even get a chance to give a good audition, because I may not look right or something.
Yeah.
But there's none of that when it comes to YouTube. You can cast yourself however you want, you can make yourself look however you want, then you have complete control over your own editing, and it's exciting. It's very freeing.
What's it like being 40 on YouTube?
You know, that's actually a good question, because I am the second oldest YouTuber in the top 100.
And you're okay with admitting that.
And it's fine. I think only Kip K is older than me in that, you know, as far as personalities in that top 100 most subscribed. I have a video about ageism called You're Old, where I talk about, like, you know, what difference does it make? We're just kind of going along, just kind of riding it just like we did when we were in our 20s, just trying to figure it out. Here's the thing. If you want to be successful on YouTube, the basic rule is you have to be young and you have to be hot, or at least really, really cute. I can't be young or hot. I'm just who I am, and I know that. I'm a decent looking person, but I'm not young and I'm not hot. So I just do the best I can and have the fun that I can when I can.
Do you have any inspirations or other comedians you've looked up to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Norm Crosby. Not really. People are like, what? Who? Huh? Like 98% of the people watching this video said who. But as far as video makers, so many on YouTube, I can't even name them. Blame Society Films, my buddies Aaron and Matt, always make me laugh. Julian Smith, his stuff blows me away, always makes me laugh. Wheezy Waiter's videos are great. I spend a lot of time on YouTube because I like interacting with people and because I like watching YouTube videos. You have to like the community to be in it. Yeah, absolutely. And although sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit of an outsider in the YouTube community, mostly because of my age, it's not that big of a deal, and I still have managed to hang out with some people who are half my age and shoot some really funny stuff together. What about the future of this industry, since you're very much in it with all the projects you do besides just YouTube? Well, I think it's become pretty obvious that the internet is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to video entertainment. You know, in the first few years and when YouTube started, it was dismissed by everyone in Hollywood working in TV and films pretty much. They just, you know, it's amateur, it'll never amount to anything, you can't monetize it. Well, look, it's you get millions and millions of views, and now it's monetized. People figured out how to put ads on videos and how to really make that work. And now you see all this crossover. You know, people are watching the internet on their TVs, and it's becoming one and the same. You've got Google TV and other internet-enabled devices. If we're not already there, we will very soon be at a point where it's all just entertainment. It's all just one and the same. What else happens in the future? I don't know. I'm constantly surprised. Well, thank you so much, Greg, for talking to us today and being funny as always. Hey, it's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me. having me.
And thanks so much to all of you for watching. We could not do what we love doing without your support. Stay tuned next week for another Partners Project.